What's happening, folks? Welcome back to Celtic Fans TV. It's time for the starting 11 prediction for tomorrow's game away at St Johnstone. Before we get into it, I just want to say thank you for the response to last night's video. A lot of really nice supportive comments on it. Some other people thought that I maybe get a wee bit too carried away about what it was and what it meant. Believe me, I'm under no illusions. I know that it was a relatively vague letter from the chairman of a PLC. I was just surprised that they even bothered, to be honest. And it had some information in it that gave us an indication of when we might hear an update about the manager's position. That was news to me, and I just wanted to come and share it with you. It's by no means brought me back on side. It's by no means absolved the board for the huge mistakes that they've made this season, the huge errors that they're continuing to make. By no means does it excuse anything that's happened this season. I just wanted to come and share it with you. Because it was news to me and I thought it might be news to some of you, and it seems like it was. As I said, the club should have communicated directly, collectively to the entire Celtic support information like this and more detail much earlier. I still don't expect that when they come to do this statement with the half-year trading statement. I don't expect some hugely detailed statement about Neil Lennon. I just think they'll tell us that, listen, he's here at the end of the season, and we know that it's a foregone conclusion. That's the situation we're in. Again, I'm under no illusions that there's going to be a change in the manager's position. We all know, it's as plain as the nose in your face, that Neil Lennon's going to be here until the end of the season regardless of results. But I just wanted to share it with you. It was a surprise for me that they even bothered replying to it. And that was why I made the video. Before we get to the team, this video is sponsored by OneFootball. It's the best football app on the planet. You can get goal alerts from leagues all around the world, pre-match stats. You can get lineup notifications as soon as the teams are announced on match days. You can keep track of league tables, as I said. You can get all the Celtic related news as well straight to your phone. You can add widgets to your home screen so you can keep track of Celtic's next fixture, who it's against, what the kick-off time is, all of that stuff. You can download it by clicking the link in the description of this video. It's a great way for you to support the channel. If you're a new subscriber or you just want to help out in some way, downloading the OneFootball app is a great way to do that. So click the link below, get involved and let me know what you think. St Johnstone come into this one sitting 8th in the table. They're on 30 points. They've obviously got the League Cup final coming up at the end of the month. I think it's on the 28th against Livingston, so no doubt their minds will be starting to turn towards that. They don't often get to a cup final, and our last meeting against them was that 1-1 draw at Celtic Park, where we were right in the mire, right in the middle of that drastic run that we had around about November time. So I would expect a much better Celtic performance tomorrow. I think we've got a good record up at McDiarmid Park, and off the back of 3 wins in a row now, the players should have a bit more confidence to go and play with a bit of style and hopefully rack up another victory. So here we go then. In goals, I think Scott Bain will keep his place. Another clean sheet for him the other night in a 4-0 victory. I think he didn't have many shots to face the other night. In truth, St Mirren didn't offer a lot going forward in contrast to the performance at Celtic Park. So there wasn't a lot for Bain to do. He'll keep his place. At right back, John Joe Kenny will continue. At centre half, this is where I think we'll see a change. Obviously, Welsh went off after that challenge by Obika, where he went over on his ankle. I don't think it's as bad as first feared, but I don't think he's going to be fit in time for tomorrow. I think it would be a risk to pick up a note like that and then play 3 or 4 days later. So that will mean that Shane Duffy will probably have to come in and play alongside Christopher Ajer. I know that Duffy being in the team fills us all with dread based on his performances this season. But again, we're really limited at centre-half, so that's the pairing that I think will start. At left-back, I expect Greg Taylor to start once again. Into midfield, Scott Brown, again, I think he'll play. Captain the side, I know that a lot of people would like to see Sorrell come back in. This is the never-ending debate, but again, as long as this win continues, I think the manager's been very generous with his praise of the team. And I think that means that there's no chance that Brown will drop out. So I think Brown will definitely start. Ahead of him, it's obviously, this is going to be a tough selection for Neil Lennon because I think Turnbull, Vogic and Christie all played their part the other night, particularly in that late spell where we got that flurry of goals and they were all good. Vogic, I picked as my man of the match. Turnbull was very good. He got most people's man of the match. And Christie obviously came on and got a really good goal. If we're going to keep in that formation with the diamond and the 2 up top, Christie, Vogic and Turnbull can't all start. So it will be McGregor on the left-hand side I'm going to go with Ryan Christie on the right-hand side, and the reason I'm going to do that is because he did score a good goal the other night, but mainly because his record against St Johnstone is better than it is against any other team. He's got 12 goals and 4 assists in 17 appearances against them. So he loves playing against St Johnstone. We saw it a few times last season in the 7-0 game and then the Scottish Cup game up at McDiarmid Park. So I think that means that Ryan Christie will get the nod. In the 10, it's got to be David Turnbull. This would mean that Rogic would drop out, and that might seem unfair based on his last couple of performances. But as I say, I just don't see room for all three of them. And Turnbull, I think, has got to be the first name in the team sheet just now. Brilliant to see him get another goal the other night. Hopefully he can keep that going. Up front, I'm going to just go with the strike partnership of Edouard and Ajeti again. Edouard now the top goal scorer in the league on 13 goals. Again, I talked about it last week. When you think about his form this season and the fact that he's managed, now 13 in the league, I think it's 17 or 18 in all competitions. Good to see him getting the score sheet the other night. He's actually missed 8 games. In all competitions, he's missed 8 games this season through injury or COVID or having to quarantine or stuff like that. So he has missed a fair chunk of games that could have helped him add to that tally as well. But he's in good form, and there's no doubt that he is the number one striker that will start. And I'm going to just go with Ajeti beside him. Again, not a stellar performance or anything like it for Ajeti the other night. But again, I think he just needs games. He just needs a run in the team. If he starts tomorrow, it'll be the first time he started 4 league matches in a row in his time at Celtic. So that shows you how little football he's had. He's never had a sustained run in the team. And I think before we can judge him, we need to see that. And hopefully he can get on the score sheet tomorrow and he can put in another good performance. And again, that'll do his fitness a world of good, as I keep saying. That's the team I think Neil Lennon will go with tomorrow. Like the video, comment with your own thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you after the game for all the live full-time reaction here from the home of full-time reaction on Celtic Fans TV. Cheers.